end racism to choose love. And it just feels like, and I know they were able to use choose love throughout the season, but right now it's a branding choice that feels like a much larger message, kind of like this one. Do you remember the He Gets Us Jesus Super Bowl ad campaigns?
Sure.
The washing of the feet, the sort of backlash, criticism. He Gets Us Jesus Super Bowl ad campaign welcomes criticism over polarizing ads. Very reassuring. Rediscover the love story of Jesus. The first one was foot washing. The second one is Who is my neighbor? You tell me. Does it feel like Choose Love is branding itself in a way that's going to transition into something else?
No.
Choose love. Choose life. I don't know. It feels like it's going in a different direction, even though it hasn't even come in this game yet. I don't know. Everything is untrustworthy at this point as far as the moves people are making these days.
Did you know that you can fight back
What's
just
wrong
by
with
being
that,
at home?
bitch?
The Super Bowl is this weekend. And we all know who's going to be there.
Glasses.
So how about we just not watch the Super Bowl?
Kendrick Lamar.
It's pretty much the easiest thing we could do. I'm sure we all could use that time to do something more conducive.
First place.
So apparently the NFL is going to stop putting end racism in the back of the end zone.
Have you dealt with it, buddy?
The Super Bowl this weekend. It's been
maybe.
Since 2021. End racism at the back of each end zone. But apparently they don't feel the need to end racism anymore because Donald Trump is president, I guess.
Is that what he took from it?
I don't know what I expected from a bunch of billionaire team owners, but...
Is that what he took from it?
This is just really disappointing. So, not going to be watching the Super Bowl. Who really cares about the Chiefs and the Eagles anyway?
This is sad. Sports is supposed to be the place where race and none of that's supposed to be even entered. That goes out the window. Everybody abide by the rules and go out there and compete. We're not supposed to have political messages on the field at all anyway. You're supposed to be out there, do your sport, and be entertaining and be the best person at your job.
Yeah, because
that's all it's about.
Was political. That was strictly political. So now that it's not a political message on the field, people are upset. But
that's sad. Like, that's
what
crazy.
was this? I kind of do remember this ad, but I don't remember all the way.
I mean, for her to even bring up, choose love
and choose life.
He gets choose love. He gets us. There's
Was it a good ad though?
There's clearly
Do you
two.
remember
It's supposed
that?
to be like Jesus, like neighbors washing their feet. And so you don't remember it?
But
It's supposed to be a positive.
Okay,
ad.
the thing is, her take was that they're going to add something like choose life. So it sounds like she's more on the right, saying we are tired of people saying choose life. But the fact is, it literally only says choose love. For you to put choose life in there, you're literally just creating a story in your head.
But
it
what's
could be
wrong?
choose love or choose hate. Which one would
But
everybody rather
you know
choose?
what make
love?
it more crazy? Why would she have a problem with choosing life? That would make that more sick
No,
to me.
I don't think she
That
would
it-
have a problem with it. It's the fact that she thinks that the left is going to try to use choose love to say
No,
choose
she's not
life.
talking about the love. She's talking about the right.
No, that's what she's talking about. Yeah, she's completely not on the right. She's completely on the left.
She's on the love. She's mad about choosing
Yeah, that's
life.
why you said the right. I was like,
Oh,
She's mad
I get
about
what you're
people.
saying.
She's mad about choosing life.
That could have went both ways. But I see what you're saying now. So choose life is like the right
Pro-
way of saying
yeah, pro-choice.
okay, pro no abortion.
You're
So
not pro- yeah.
I get it.
But
you just created this own story in your own head. Once again, choose love or a fifth grader would say choose love or choose hate. Like no one's gonna say
I just
choose
feel
life.
like this literally had nothing to do with
you know
they
what's
decided
crazy?
to do.
I thought
nothing.
they was the party of love and understanding.
They're the confused party. There's just,
Let's go, bro.
I don't know.
and the other guy, he didn't even watch football in the first place.
The NFL is removing the words "end racism" from the end zone ahead of Super Bowl
Play
Sunday.
football.
It's the first time that those words
Pretty
will
sure,
not
right?
be stenciled in at least one of the end zones since February of 2021.
I don't even see that shit.
Despite some big changes in
realize
Washington
either.
recently, the commissioner
have,
of America's
honestly, 'cause
most
I played
popular
Madden
sports
and
league
it was
says
Madden, too.
his organization is committed to continuing diversity initiatives. Mike Silver is a national. Despite some big changes in Washington recently, the commissioner of America's most popular sports league says his organization is committed to continuing diversity initiatives. Mike Silver is a national columnist at The Athletic. He has been reporting on this and joins us now for more on Sunday's big game. Mike, thank you so much for being with us. You have spoken to your sources who tell you that the NFL is going to be removing the words "end racism" from the end zones, and they're going to be stenciling in "choose love" instead. What's behind the change?
Well, Nancy, this was a very conscious decision by the league, and it can only be framed under the prism of what's going on politically. So many institutions, as you know, are either voluntarily or involuntarily
so much better.
Moving away from DEI and other
it takes all of us. That's better.
Way better.
Anti-racism in this country. And so it coalesces with the expected attendance of the president, which is the first time a sitting president will attend a Super Bowl. They made that decision, told the people up high, this is what we're doing. And then a couple of days later, the commissioner went out and did stick up for DEI in his press conference.
Have you been able to get a sense of how that decision is sitting with the players?
They don't give a fuck.
You know,
They're
it's
trying to win the Super
interesting.
Bowl.
Players are far less galvanized than they were when this practice started, and that was in the wake of the George Floyd sparked protests and the civil unrest in the summer of 2020. Back then, the constituency, and especially the players within the NFL, was very, very motivated to try to affect change and make these type of statements. It was a topic of discussion in every locker room. This last season, we saw some players dancing, doing the Trump dance in celebration. So things have definitely shifted within NFL locker rooms to some degree for now. I've not heard a lot of players expressing, any sort of displeasure with this, but I will be talking to them in the coming days, and I would imagine that some of them are.
Hey, just picture for a second, guys. Picture yourself a little drunk at a football game, and when you see "choose love" and you see just picture yourself and you see somebody of the opposite race right there. It's like, yeah, brother. Yeah. You see that? It's just more of a positive message.
We in there cheering together for our team.
Brother, let's choose love. Like, instead of in racism, when you look at it, you're just like, well, I'm not racist.
It makes it awkward.
It's just like that doesn't really correlate with everybody.
I mean, it makes it awkward. Like you see in the back of the end zone, it says "end racism." You like automatically think like racist thoughts, like racist, like a racist experience. Like, no, choose love is when you actually chose to.
What's going on, man?
Loving experience.
You know what's crazy? It's weird that they say DEI for the NFL. Do they only mean in the office area? Because
so they said that they're going to continue their DEI initiatives in the NFL.
Yeah. So how they doing that?
I thought I was besides that, something that I want to point out here is that they said, what do the players think about it? Absolutely nothing. They're trying to go win a Super Bowl. No one gives a fuck what the back of the... Sorry for my language. No one cares about what the back of the end zone says. Now, obviously, choose love and it's up to all of us is way better than saying end racism. Like, choose love and the other one is way less political than end racism.
It's more positivity. That's just what it is.
I'm happy they changed it. If you're mad about that, then
the liberal media just got to everybody during the George Floyd time, and I
ain't gonna lie. The George Floyd situation, when I first seen it,
it was bad.
It was so bad.
It was super bad.
It fucked me up pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't really look in the situation all the way. All I seen was
I was being a bot. I'm not gonna lie.
I was being a bot.
Because I didn't even feel like I looked at it. I was like, but I only was being a bot because everybody else was protesting. That's literally the only reason I went to go protest.
It made sense to protest for sure, 100%.
Because everybody was doing it.
That was a terrible situation, and then you had some people on the other. Like the what happened after that was completely terrible. You know, the rioting and all that. So it was two wrongs don't make a right in that situation.
Yeah, it was
so much going on.
It was a lot going on, and it was hard to decipher until you got to the stats.
It was just pretty bad
until the autopsy came out.
When the autopsy and everything start coming out, it's
like damn. It's like,
but just think about it. Like during this time, they locked us up in our houses, and all we could like connect with everybody.
Just keep seeing the choking. Yeah,
it was just they I don't know if they was plotting for this. If that was a plan in somebody's playbook and they was waiting for that perfect opportunity to do that. Yeah,
because we just seen the video yesterday when the white guy was chasing that black guy on that road in the police car and he shot his ass. Like they was on a real life car speed chase. Remember that crazy guy? Yeah. And he shot the police officer literally like he was shooting outside of his car with his homie. and shot the police officer, and the police officer drove and hit a pole, and he died.
Yeah,
Killed-
I mean,
killed
the-
No outrage about that, though.
yeah, they pick and choose. You know.
So that's why it's insane when you really put your common sense behind it. But let's see what these idiots got to say. Hey, man, I don't even want. I'm rooting for the Eagles, but now that Sonny ain't rooting for them, I might go to the Chiefs.
Damn.
As I said, the Super Bowl is this Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And for the first time in history,
See, here she
Look
go.
at she hyping it up
Here
the first
she
time in
goes.
a
history.
sitting president will be at the game.
Oh, okay.
And it's
What'd you say?
already setting off controversies. Like after
like that's
the
hard.
NFL decided to edit their "End Racism" slogan in the end zone for Sunday's game, now it's going to read "Choose Love." The NFL says it has nothing to do with the new president attending. What do you think of this rewrite?
Just a little bit.
I think this a little fishy and shady.
What?
Because what the NFL spokesperson said,
trying to press-
that
they're
he
trying to
said the
pressure the
decision
NFL.
was based on sensitivity to recent tragedies, including the terrorist attack in New Orleans, the deadly wildfires in LA, and the fatal air collision near DC. And I think that those are very noble things to honor and discuss, but I don't know how Choose Love, and It Takes All of Us relates to that.
Doesn't need
So
to.
it seems to me like
Relevant.
the end racism probably has a lot to do with the fact that the sitting president is there. And I don't know what everyone at this table thinks, but I don't think racism is over. And I think that it is a very noble thing to want to end racism
No
so that we can
shit.
become a more perfect union.
That has
But
nothing
I
to do with
would
football,
note,
though.
Roger Goodell actually came out and said that he wasn't going to be ending DEI after a lot of major companies in America were saying that they were going to roll back some DEI. Roger Goodell, the chairman of the
Yes,
NFL, said that he I had to double check that.
The two ladies I kind of, oh, never mind. The one in the middle got the Chiefs shirt on. I was going to say, the two ladies I kind of like got the Chiefs shirt on. I might be going
I don't know,
Chiefs.
but like, how do the NFL initiate DEI? Do they count their players as DEI?
No, brother. I may be talking
Can-
about
can
just
they-
the workers.
so, like-
Talk about the water boy, maybe. I don't know.
So why they don't like? Why
I
we
don't
don't have
know.
the players? Could the players be DEI?
Absolutely not. You
Hell
know.
Did they
no.
have DEI players?
Nope.
But that's not fair. That's not constitutional.
Noble thing to want to end racism so that we can become a more perfect union.
But I would note,
be that. Black people are
actually
racist.
came out and said that he wasn't going to be ending DEI after a lot of major companies in America were saying that they were going to roll back some DEI. Roger Goodell, the chairman of the NFL, said that he I had to double check that. Said that he wouldn't be. So and because of that, I'm not sure that I would be able to assign motive that this is some kind of a change to appease Donald Trump because he's not in the actual action of the policy. I kind of saw it as maybe more all-encompassing of a number of tragedies and hardships that the country's dealing with. It's been a brutal
She has a
month.
brain.
Like, think of everything that's happened. I hate to say this. Like, I was thinking, oh, yes, it's in New Orleans. It was just a month ago. There was this massive terrorist attack. So I'm going to not jump to the decision there that it may have been to try to appease him. I will say this. I generally don't like hashtag activism because I think that it could become a lazy way to not actually engage in the space. That said, I would question myself on that because I try to wear the hostage pin every day. This isn't freeing the hostages, but it's a little thing that means so much to the community it represents. So on that side, I do understand why people would like to see it there, but hopefully this represents all of those issues.
How long has End Racism been in the end zone?
2021.
Since
4 years.
Okay. because
Probably
this-
after George Floyd.
This speaks more to my lack of watching the actual game and focusing on eating the food, watching the commercials, and the halftime show.
Okay.
But I just learned about this end racism when the topic was brought to me. So
I don't even know.
Everyone know
irrelevant.
about it. I think if you're going to take something that important away, you don't put anything there. If you're saying we're going to
that's
take
a
that
thought.
away, because it
think they'll be
creates a
more
false
mad.
equivalent and minimizes the importance of the original message.
Yeah.
So
They'll still be mad, bro.
I think given
They'd have
what's
been more
going
mad.
on in this country,
promise you.
anytime we can read the words and say the words "end racism," we should, because right now, as we speak, Latino immigrants are being terrorized, and everybody's
Not
being
terrorized.
treated and seen as if we were criminals
No
and
one's been
rapists.
terrorized.
DEI programs are
terrorizing
being rolled back, not just in the federal
anything.
government, but corporations are taking their lead from
they
Donald
are.
Trump, and they are ending those programs.
Clubs for LGBTQ, for Latinos, for African Americans in schools like West Point are being taken away. So
You think they finna get rid of
let's-
West Point?
Each of us take the message of end racism.
Do this think they finna get rid of West?
No. I was finna say what you was finna say. If anything, Americans getting terrorized.
Yes, I mean, we can't even get to home. We just get off work and the fucking freeway is blocked off by people doing the most unnecessary shit ever. Let's just point out the fact that, bro, why are they turning a football game into something political in the first place? Let it go.
She said
the
they was
end
finna get
racism should have never been in the back of the end zone because this
That's a
is
fact.
keep it about football. People are not worried about any of this. They want to know how much they're trying to figure out how much fantasy points they're gonna get if their parlays are gonna hit. No one's worried about what's in the back of the end zone.
Vic, she just said them niggas was gonna get rid of West Point. You
Yeah,
know how bad, you know how
Listen.
dumb that shit sounds.
They just reaching.
West Point is the army.
DEI programs are being rolled back, not just in the federal government, but corporations are taking their lead from Donald Trump, and they are ending those programs. Clubs for LGBTQ, for Latinos, for African Americans in schools like West Point are being taken away. So
inside in the school.
each of us take the message of end racism and internalize it and channel it, and let us go out there and end racism and fight against racism and speak up against racism.
Now, I know
Bro,
you're
can I
gonna
say
think I'm
something, please?
crazy,
Have to.
but I have a funny feeling that the choose love that they've put in now is a message to all the folks who don't think they're loved, who don't think anybody's paying attention. I think it's because as crazy as the NFL is, sometimes they are very subtle in the stuff that they do, and I think.
Oh, that's a different take.
And I've been thinking about it during the course of the day because. Why that phrase? Why choose love? You know,
Especially when the transgender community is
Yes.
under attack by the
So-
administration.
and especially since last year's Super Bowl ran all those horrific ads and all those lies about people, and people believed it.
Yeah.
So maybe this is their way
The subtle messaging
of saying, listen, we might have made a mistake. And it's not them because they're not choosing what
The
commercials
advertisers.
you buy the time and you can put anything up there. But maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna
choose positivity.
choose both. I'm gonna choose both.
That's
The
good.
way she said it.
At least she
Oh
said
my
choose
God,
both.
the way she said it, bro. Look how she said it.
You buy the time and you can put anything up there. But maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna
Choose positivity.
choose both. I'm gonna choose
That's all you gotta do, my brother. That's all you gotta do. Whoopee.
What does she mean by choose both?
I don't know, bro.
Like, what do you mean choose both?
I'm keeping it 100,
She's not
bro.
okay with choose love because it's a subliminal message. Choose love is somehow a subliminal message.
Why did I
It's
like
insane.
this? It is literally a waste of breath of my day. Well, okay, I know because people like seeing the dumbass shit they say, but it's a waste of my breath to get on their ass especially Whoopi and Sonny. I have nothing to say to them at all.
Well,
They
man.
didn't speak football, not a bit.
To be honest with you, I feel like, in my personal opinion, if they would have just got rid of end racism and just put a white tag, they'd have been more outraged.
A white what? A tag? What you mean, like
And
a
just
white
like-
phrase or something?
No, just leave it blank. If they just left it blank, no end racism
be
at all,
mad.
they'd have
That's
been
true.
extremely more
Hey,
mad.
they probably thought about
hey.
that. The team probably thought about that and said, well, we can't leave it blank because then they're going to say we don't care about racism.
Hot take,
This is
though.
do love. And then they still mad. So, you know,
Hey,
can't do
sitting
nothing.
here right now, I feel like I'm seeing through their plans. They're like trying to pressure the NFL to the DEI situation and make NFL be more than something than just football. They're trying to make it political. They're doing that intentionally. They're pressuring. They mentioned Roger Goodell, whatever his name is, Roger name a few times so the people can know who he is, so they can try to hold him accountable for bringing up these political things. Bro, it's football. To 90% of the people that's watching, they're trying to see who's going to win, the Eagles or the Chiefs.
Well, guys, let's get ready for the Super Bowl. That's all that is to it. I mean, yeah, that's
Leave
simply
these
is what
females
it
out of
is.
this
That's just
football
simply
shit.
is what it is, man. People watch football to watch football. They do this political stuff in sports, and it's pretty annoying.
We just want to see you play ball.
Let's see you say,
And
"Come on,
we
talk the rock."
We want to see heads get the
Hey, comment Eagles or Chiefs. Let us know, guys. Who y'all got?
I'm going with
I
the
ain't
Chiefs.
gonna
I'm never gonna bet against Patty Mahomes because
I won't bet against the NFL.
I want to see Jalen get one, though. Bro.
I would love to see Jalen get one, but you can never bet against Patty Mahomes.
And
You can't bet against the NFL script.
If Patty Mahomes,
They cheated for Patty.
If Patty Mahomes' dad is upstairs with a black and mile in his mouth, it's finna be a rude
Hey,
night of
they was
working.
getting on his ass bad. Did you see that shit? Oh,
Hey, they
no,
be joking.
No, they be on his ass. Like he got like some charges.
He did get in trouble.
He got some
I
charges.
seen that.
You
We
right.
gonna leave that out there. We gonna leave that
He
out.
gonna pull up to that bit with the black and mile in his mouth. He gonna say,
innocent ball.
"Pat, get the ball in."
All right, listen. If the Chiefs win, the NFL is scripted. If the Eagles win, then we can say it's not
We
scripted.
can't say it's scripted, but
But it gotta
I mean, I ain't gonna lie,
be-
they cheated the Bills out there. So you know, I don't know.